Okay, so this is the continuation of my Manchester United season. Somehow I've lost the bit I did last night, the video I did last night, the first um, 45 minutes, hour it took me to get to where we are now at the minute. So we're in our first season. We just took over as manager of Manchester United. After Louis Van Gaal got the job for about 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I took over. We turned off transfers, disabled transfers for the first transfer window. So I currently have the team that Manchester United has for the first year anyway. Um, no transfers, no one made any signings in the summer of 2015. So it is exactly the team that Manchester United currently has playing in the Premier League, and all other teams, with the exception of players bought in January. So this is the teams normally. So no transfer window until January. Um, we'll just have to do with the players that we have at the minute and the under 21 squad, etc. So just to go through what we've done so far, we've played 7 games in the Premier League. We've won 4, drew 1, lost 2, 13 points. Champions League, we've played 1 game. Our next game now is in Champions League. We beat Ghent 3-0, and we play Galatasaray next. We have been knocked out of the Capital One Cup already in the third round by Burnley of the Championship. We lost that, I think it was 1-0. Played a few youngsters in that game um, at the back. Or actually, no, I didn't play any youngsters in that game. We got Marcus Rojo sent off, so I'm going to blame it on that. He conceded a penalty. So our biggest downfall at the minute is loss to Liverpool, 1-0 in the Premier League. We lost that very late, 85th minute, to Roberto Firmino. We got Monaco in the Champions League playoffs. We beat them 2-0 at home, and then we lost 2-1 away from home. So we won 3-2 on aggregate. And that's about it. 1-0 loss to Norwich is our only loss, and then a 1-1 draw against Newcastle. We did concede again late again. So we beat Bournemouth at the weekend 4-1. And that's about it really. In our squad, Rooney got injured for 2 weeks, I think it was, so he missed a game or two. At the minute, Ashley Young is out injured for 3 to 4 months, and Anthony Martial is out for 3 weeks as well. So that's not really helping us. Okay, there you go. So you should be able to see the full screen now. Sorry about that. I didn't realise that you could only see part of the screen. So as I said, yeah. So Martial out for 3 weeks, and Ashley Young out for another 3 to 4 months. So I actually didn't bother registering him for the Premier League because he'd be out up until January anyway. So when January comes along, um, we can re-register him. Players that have left on loan: Jesse Lingard at QPR, Adnan Januzaj obviously at Dortmund, and Andros Pereira just left us as well. I think he's just about to go, or he's just left. Yeah, he went to Bolton for a month. Actually played 1 or 2 games for me when I was when I needed him. So we're going to continue on, and and play this match against Galatasaray. So uh, if you want to see more videos with more teams and stuff like that, just leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If there's anything I can say, or um, we're going to try hopefully today to get up to maybe December. If we can get up to January and do the transfer window, that'd be good too. If you have anyone that you think Manchester United should sign, or I should even sign for this, let me know, and we'll keep everything in mind and go from there. So we're going to play a fairly defensive formation. We're away from home, so back four, Darmian, Smalling, Jones, Blind, defensive mid. We're going to play Schneiderlin in there, and then Carrick in centre mid, Depay, Mata, Rooney, Wilson, and then a bench of Shaw, Rojo, Pereira, Valencia, Schweinsteiger, Fellaini, and Valdez, sub goalkeeper. So I always just go for number two. Any team you miss a player of his quality, I don't know who the player is that they were asking me about because I never read it. But usually that's what we do. Usually always number two. So last thing we want, Rooney picking up a knock now, you know what I mean? But Martial's still out for 3 weeks. We don't necessarily want any more injuries. We're only playing standard formation, like balanced attack and defence, because away from home, I would take a draw at this stage against them. We should beat Zenit. We should be Ghent again, and most likely we could probably beat um, Galatasaray at home. So I think with those 12 points and maybe a point from this one, making the 13, we should qualify for the next round. Well, we'll definitely qualify with 13 points, but whether we'll qualify on top or not. Well, if we get 13 points, we will qualify on top, so there's no worries about that. So if you have anything to say or any comments or anything like that, let me know. And hopefully we can get a goal in the second half. It's a bit no shots on target, so I think what we might do is go into tactics instead of quick sub, and we might drop Wilson back to attacking mid and bring on Herrera there. And just play Rooney as a side striker in front. So Carrick is a little bit down, so we might bring in Schweinsteiger, and we will replace the pie with and we'll just make Valencia a winger. So that's all the subs we can make. Oh yes, nice. I got worried there when it started playing again. I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. I have the thing just to show highlights or the key moments of the game, so most of the goals are really good chances. So usually when it starts showing what's going on, usually it means someone's about to score or um, there's a really good chance or it's about to finish. So yeah, I think that's a good win. So I'm gonna go for a good win, and everyone seems happy with that. Um, puts us on 6 points. By the looks of it, Ghent and Zenit drew. Yep, they did indeed 1-1. So that's even better for us. We move on to 6 points and have at least a 2 point lead at the top. So that's good. Um, um, I wouldn't quite go as far as saying as we deserved it, probably, based on the fact that we had no shots on target at all. So, um, well, I just proved the managerial masterclass by so Carrick out of the wrecking. That is just for squad for the matches against. So 18 players on international duty. 4 English players selected. De Gea, Juan Mata, Darmian all selected. Wilson got an under 18s one. So Leicester, 19th in the Premier League at the minute. Who said this game was realistic? Not me. I usually go for bottom one is bottom two if you want to be mean or bad about your chances or your team or player, and top two if you want to be good about your chances, player, team, etc. And middle one if you just don't care and don't answer questions. If you do that, good top two, bad bottom two. Can't really go wrong. So this one again not as big, so we're probably gonna choose this formation, start under Herrera this time, and we're probably going to start Schweinsteiger as well. We're going to start Luke Shaw and Marcus Rojo. We'll swap that to control, and just before we go, we'll just go in and check the background advice for this game. So move to squad, set 4-4-2. I don't really like 4-4-2. Overlap whenever possible, stay under feet. Much higher tempo. Yeah. Alright, so we're happy enough with those instructions. 4 to 7 favourites. We can move into top spot if we win this game. And we performance for the panels. So the majority of people you're going to see now will probably be playing, if I put on formation, probably playing Memphis up front, with Rooney or with Martial, or in some sort of formation with him up front. I like him as a winger, or at least as a inside forward and on the wing, but it just depends on your preference. And we're losing now at the minute, but completely lost. Formation we're playing, or we should be trying to control the game. And 2. So I'm a little bit disappointed. Where's the passion? Oh, God in the himmel. Michael Carrick, Schneiderlin, very bad day at the office for this one. Yeah, 3-0 loss. Slam them there for that. Well, that drops us down to 6th. But long way left to go in the season. We're only at the start of October, so Austin needs a long rest. Who do we have next? Man City. He is not getting a rest for Man City again. Not a chance am I resting him for that game. So usually international break, I am just going to skip forward to 2 days before the game, take a quick holiday, and come back just before it starts. So we'll see where we get to before 8. In the next hour anyway. We'll see how far we can get the next hour. And then at that stage I will have to do some work. So we might come back later on to the more. But we'll see. Yeah, I apologise. There's some minor issues with the stream. Um, Hopefully it's not too bad. I usually don't bother with these international periods. Obviously, if you're decided to be a manager of a club and manager of an international team, and these are obviously important, but there's not much I'm going to do. I'm not transferring anybody, not doing anything like that. So no real interest in it. I'll have a look at players did. Um, while they're away in international duty if there's injuries, etc. But other than that, no, there's not really major. Training is already set. I've set responsibilities, so Ryan Giggs is the one doing the training, so I'm not in charge of that bit. I'm only in charge of the first team contracts. I've put the under 18s manager or the head of youth development in charge of the youth contracts and even finding and bringing in new youth players. So um, I'm not too worried about that aspect of it. As for Manchester United's youth squad, there's a couple of players on it that are fairly decent. If you have never played with Manchester United, or if you're playing with even someone else and you're looking for a player to bring on, Callum Gribben, 16-year-old for in the United under 18 squad, is really really good. I gave him a game in Champions League as attacking midfielder, and he scored. So uh, very good. Will turn out to be a really good player in the future if you work with him well. Um, so definitely if you're managing a team in League One maybe or the Championship even, um, definitely try and bring him in on loan. Maybe when he's 17. He's only 16 at the minute. So here we go. We're back. 71 messages. We'll fly through most of these. Um, Now we'll bother. Paddy McNair set to return, but he might have been offered an extension. Yeah, so there Burnley wanted him on loan again from England. And I'm not in charge of accepting loans. I left that for um, the under 18 manager to decide those, or the chairman, Ed Woodward, can look after players that I put on the loan list or available for loan. So there's Callum Gribben out for 3 months. Some like really good stats. Some decent stats. Dribbling, free kick taken is 17, passing 14, technique. Um, so yeah, really good. For a young lad for only 16 years of age, so they will improve. And there you go, Champions League, one appearance, one goal. You can't really argue, you can't really say much more than that. I did start in the Premier League and game a substitute appearance in the Premier League as well, so just to get him into the squad. I think he's currently sitting in the under 21 squad. He is. Um, he will be available for loan once I can set him for loan, and I'll send him out. But until then, he can just sit there. He's injured anyway at the minute, so Marcus Rashford making him available for loan. Add to the development list. And inbox. So international roundup, international match reports. So for the senior squad on the 13th. So who had a good game? Fellaini had a good game, got a goal. For Belgium against Wales, Rooney scored. Memphis Depay scored. James Wilson scored 2 for the under 21s. That's really it. Mata played as well. He played in one game. So we're going to continue on. We've Man City at home next. So